Part 22. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the great way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan. Chapter 211. Xiangjing was stunned for a long time. I thought about it over and over again. Guanyin asked him to take this mountain spirit wild monster to eat Tang Santang. The guidance was good before. The two mountain spirits and wild monsters next to them both speak dialects and are absolutely disgusting with Tang Santang. But now it's time to change it. Master Guanyin told me to lead the mountain spirits and wild monsters here to eat Tang Santang. They don't eat Tang Santang, but they eat Tang Santang's fairy fruit and fairy wine, which should be about the same. The bear spirit's clumsy brain went around for several times, and finally he comforted himself. To be honest, the bear spirit was also very greedy for the fairy fruit and fairy wine. In his opinion, if there is anything delicious in Tang Santang, the fairy fruit and fairy wine is the best. The most wonderful. Since you all want to try the immortal fruit and immortal wine, let's grab the immortal fruit and immortal wine this time, and we won't want Tang Santang, Xiangjingdao. Good. Good. The tiger spirit and bison spirit beside them hurriedly moved forward and nodded. Under the leadership of the bear spirit, 3 mountain spirit wild monsters rushed out. But in the blink of an eye, they were already in front of Sun Wukong and Tang Santang. You and the 2 of you will contribute all the fairy fruit and fairy wine to us, the bear spirit showed a fierce aura and shouted. Tang Santang was startled. But Sun Wukong was confused. What's the situation? What is this called robbery? Who is robbing? Robbing his son Wukong? I, Sun Wukong, have always been the only one to rob others. There are still people who dare to rob me. Before Sun Wukong could speak, the bison spirit next to the bear spirit shouted coldly, what are you still dawdling about? Get it for us quickly, otherwise you will die today. Yes, we are the powerful ones in this mountain, and I have taken a fancy to your fairy fruit and wine today, the tiger spirit followed closely and said. A powerful person in the mountains. You 3 chickens and dogs, you dare to be called a powerful person? The realm of these 3 people is only the realm of gods. To be honest, only these 3 people are in this realm, it's not enough for Sun Wukong to beat him with a stick. Roll. Sun Wukong scolded angrily. The great Monkey King, the Monkey King, was actually robbed. Do you look down on him? At this moment, the bear spirit, the buffalo spirit, and the tiger spirit are coveting the fairy fruit and fairy wine. Naturally, I won't be scared away by Sun Wukong's scolding. You monkey, you are so brave. The 3 of us are in the realm of immortals. You, a monkey who has just transformed, dare to scold us. Aren't you a monkey afraid of death? Hurry and send the fairy fruit and wine over here before we take action. The 3 of them loudly said in a pretentious tone. They said that Sun Wukong was a monkey who had just transformed into a new form? And they asked him if Sun Wukong was afraid of death? To be honest, Sun Wukong originally looked down on these people and was too lazy to talk to them. But this a few idiots actually pretended to be cool in front of him. Which one is intolerable? Realm of heaven, lest you wait to take action? Sun Wukong smiled disdainfully. Come on, give me a try. Sun Wukong stood up and looked at the 3 people with cold eyes. Although Sun Wukong has not shown his strength at this moment, his fierce aura has been revealed. Sun Wukong is a spiritual stone monkey, a stranger in the world. The fierce aura in his body is so majestic. Terrible. The bear spirit and the other 3 people felt this ferocious aura and instinctively took a step back. The most timid among them, the buffalo spirit, looked a little frightened and said to the bear spirit and tiger spirit beside him, this monkey, the momentum seems very scary, why don't we leave? The bison spirit is timid, but the tiger spirit is very courageous. It's just a bluff. Who doesn't have a little fierceness? Don't be afraid, "Can the three of us defeat a monkey?" the tiger spirit said with a strong look on his face. The bear spirit is not very courageous, but he is not timid either. He is just a bit naive. He is the kind of fool who is sure of one thing and remains reckless to the end. He has fallen in love with the fairy fruit and fairy wine. He has to get it. A monkey, the three of us have nothing to be afraid of. We are going to order the fairy wine and fruit. Before, Xiangjing sat down at Kuan Yin, but he often watched Kuan Yin eat fairy fruit and drink fairy wine. But Kuan Yin never gave him any. He had been greedy for many years. Today, he saw the fairy fruit and fairy wine, and he couldn't wait. "Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the great way, and I will never change my form to E author, Honghuang Xiaoun." Chapter 212. Monkey, hurry up and get the fairy fruit and wine. You will all die if you are responsible. After the three people decided, the tiger spirit among them shouted loudly. Sun Wukong gave them a chance to escape, but they refused to leave. "You three are really looking for death." Sun Wukong shouted coldly. In an instant, the aura of Deluo Jingxian was fully revealed. The terrifying pressure shocked the bear spirit, tiger spirit, and buffalo spirit. Deluo, golden immortal. How are you, Deluo Jingxian? This. The three people not only hesitated and trembled when talking. His whole face was stiff, and his limbs were even numb. Obviously, they never expected this scene. It can only be said that they are too self-righteous. Provoking Sun Wukong? Totally looking for death. You three little monsters actually dare to eat my fairy fruit and drink my fairy wine. The murderous intent in Sun Wukong's eyes became stronger and stronger. Tang Santang on the side seemed a little unable to bear it. He quickly said to Sun Wukong, "Monkey King, these monsters are not really disgusting after all, so let's let them go." Put. This king has already given them a chance. But if they don't cherish it, who can blame them? Sun Wukong is not a kind person. Before, he thought these three monsters were too rubbish and was too lazy to do anything. But these three monsters do not know what is good and have to die. At this moment, Kuan Yin in the purple bamboo forest is paying attention to this place. The bear spirit is in charge of him. The monster of the purple bamboo forest. If the bear spirit dies, no one will take care of his purple bamboo forest. Moreover, he is just a monster now that he sits down. Kuan Yin quickly flew across the sky and headed directly towards the mountain. Right there, when Sun Wukong was about to kill several people in one breath, Kuan Yin appeared in the void. "Sun Wukong, wait!" Kuan Yin shouted quickly. Sun Wukong looked up. Kuan Yin was sitting on the lotus platform. He obviously looked like that person, but he was wearing women's clothes. Sun Wukong frowned for a moment. "Are you a male or a female?" Kuan Yin's face was stern. "Male and female are called wild beasts. He is a great Western master. How can you, Sun Wukong, speak like this?" "I am the Western Kuan Yin master," Kuan Yin shouted coldly. "Sorry, I don't know you," Sun Wukong said indifferently. In an instant, Kuan Yin was even more angry. He has frequently appeared in the Western religion of human race in recent years, and his reputation is extraordinary. But this Sun Wukong said that he did not know him. He first humiliated him as a wild beast, and then looked down on him like this. Kuan Yin was even more angry. "You, Sun Wukong, do you really think you are lawless?" Kuan Yin shouted coldly. "This king is still lawless. What, do you have any objections? Come on, I have no interest in killing these three mountain elves and wild monsters, but I am very interested in killing you." Sun Wukong's fierce light appeared, and in an instant, his fighting spirit soared. Obviously, Sun Wukong, he is going to fight Kuan Yin. The Western sects Jian and Zunti were stunned for a moment. "You Kuan Yin went to save your own monsters, but you can do it, I understand. But why do you want to provoke Sun Wukong? The person standing behind Sun Wukong is an unknown Taoist. That is a being that we dare not provoke. Also, Sun Wukong is now protecting Tang Santang on his journey to the west. Why the hell are you going to provoke Sun Wukong into a fight? Do you want to ruin the plan of journey to the west? After being stunned for a moment, Jian and Zunti were extremely angry. Senior brother, this Guanyin absolutely cannot let him cause any more trouble. Yes, it's true that he failed more than he succeeded. Today we will capture him and let him retreat in Lingshan. Jian and Zunti said. At this moment, Sun Wukong was ready to take action. Guanyin also saw that Sun Wukong was unhappy and was also ready to take action. However, at this moment, a sacred power of the Great Way appeared. Guanyin, you disturbed the Western plan. In the name of me and the leader, I will suppress you in Lingshan for 1,000 years. Jiyan shouted. In an instant, the huge holy power of the avenue enveloped Guanyin. Guanyin was stunned. I normally came out to save my own monsters, and Sun Wukong wanted to provoke me. How come I was the one who ruined the plan of the West? But before Guanyin could wait, after speaking out, the great Dao Shengui directly took him away. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the Great Way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan. Chapter 213. Guanyin was extremely miserable. I never expected that I would be suppressed for 1,000 years immediately. The three monsters in front of Sun Wukong were all stunned. It's just that Deluo Jingxian appeared, Western great masters and Western leaders also appeared. What are we doing? Why come here? The bison spirit and the tiger spirit looked at the bear spirit in confusion. Xiangjing was also extremely depressed. Guanyin made an agreement before letting him come. I lead the mountain spirits and wild monsters by myself. Whenever I am in danger, Guanyin will come to save me. Just now, Guanyin did come. But the back foot was suppressed. What should I do? If you are suppressed, won't I be beaten to death? You promised that you would come to save me, why were you suppressed? The Xiong family has 10,000 reasons in their hearts at this moment. You are such a Western sect leader, but you ruined my interest in fighting. How disgusting. Sun Wukong is ready to fight Guanyin. To be honest, Sun Wukong has been itchy since he hasn't fought for a long time. Although Guanyin is neither male nor female, he is also at the level of Deluo Jingxian. However, Guanyin was suppressed. Sun Wukong was really angry. Sun Wukong looked at the bear spirit, bison spirit, and tiger spirit with cold eyes. You three, let me go. If you don't go, then you will die. Sun Wukong roared angrily. The Dingai Shenzhen came out across the sky and struck down with one blow. The three little monsters died immediately and disappeared. Monkey King, why do you want to kill them? Tang Santang said with an unbearable expression. What happened to killing them? Do you have any opinion? Sun Wukong was angry and didn't speak in a good tone. Sun Wukong asked Tang Santang if he had any objections. How could Tang Santang answer? Did he have any objections? He was afraid that Sun Wukong would be angry now. I have no objection, Tang Santang replied hesitantly. Let's go, I'm not interested in drinking anymore, let's move on quickly, I'm looking for someone to fight. Sun Wukong sounded very anxious, and he immediately collected the fairy fruit and fairy wine and shouted. Tang Santang looked helpless. It's you who want to take a rest and drink. It's you who have to leave now. What do I do? Am I your follower? I am the one who wants to take a rest and drink. The leader of Journey to the West. Speaking of which, in normal Journey to the West, everything revolves around Tang Santang. However, now the style of painting has seriously changed. Tang Santang revolves around Sun Wukong. And the reason for the scene is naturally because Tongtian has already begun to reverse the changes. At this moment, it is only the small trends of journey to the west that have been reversed. But when the journey to the west is completed, the small trends add up to an opportunity to change the general trend. Among the Jijiao, Tongtian, and Nuhua are still watching the journey to the west. Sun Wukong took Tang Santang, and they have been walking for thousands of years. At this moment, they arrived at a village. There was a mountain behind the village. The village was called Jailazwang. Entering Jailazwang, Sun Wukong and Tang Santang, then I heard that there was a very powerful pig demon in the back mountain. Several women in Jailazwang had been captured by the pig demon and became wives and concubines. Tang Santang was kind-hearted and naturally wanted to help. But it was a pity. He didn't have that strength. However, Sun Wukong searched all the way here just to find a strong monster to fight. When he heard that there was a very powerful master on the mountain, he immediately took Sun Wukong to the back mountain of Jailazwang. Heavenly Court. Lejun, Tang Santang, and Sun Wukong have already arrived at the canopy. Will there be any surprises if the canopy joins the heavenly team? Jade Emperor Haoshan asked. Probably not. I have already told Tianpeng that after Sun Wukong destroys the monsters under him, he will immediately join Sun Wukong, Tai Shang Lejun said with a very determined expression. The person in the back of Gao Lezwang is none other than Tai Shang Lejun's former boy, who later became Tianpeng, the Navy Marshal of Heaven. Lejun said this, nothing happens over there, we can just watch it, the Jade Emperor Haoshan nodded. There is a cave in the back mountain of Jailazwang. There are many mountain spirits and wild monsters in the cave. The leader of them is a ferocious pig demon. This pig demon is none other than, it was Tianpeng, the former Navy Marshal. After Tianpeng went down to the lower world, in order to attract the monsters on this side, he turned into a pig demon. Only after Tianpeng arrived at the lower world did he realize that the world was so wonderful. He led a group of monsters around to do evil, drinking and singing every day. To be honest, Tianpeng doesn't want to participate in Lao Shi's journey to the west. Then Lao Shi's journey to the west is not fun at all. It's so nice here. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the great way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan. Chapter 214. Tianpeng is drinking comfortably and enjoying the beautiful life of the Demon King. However, suddenly a roar came from. Hey, that monster in the mountain, come out and die for me. There was a roar, like thunder. It was none other than Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong was too lazy to look for it in the mountains. So, he roared loudly in the mountains directly. Tianpeng's comfortable face suddenly paused. His Tianpeng was on this side, but with Ming's pig demon king, all the monsters nearby surrendered to him. Now, someone dares to come and provoke him. Little monsters, follow me out and see who is looking for death. Tianpeng took out the acquired 9-tooth nail rake that was a gift from Tai Shang Lejun. He came out of the cave with the monsters in the cave menacingly. Tianpeng is Tai Shang Lejun's boy. Although his qualifications are average, his background is important. There. Now it is the existence of Deluo Jinxian 9th level. There are not many monsters under his command, but they are all existences above true immortals and mysterious immortals. He is of a high level and has a generally powerful younger brother. Tianpeng is naturally awesome. As soon as he got to the sky, he didn't dare to know who the other party was. He shouted in a bullish voice, who dares to come here to die? You, Grandpa Monkey, me. Sun Wukong once served as the Monkey King in heaven for a long time. Naturally, he already recognized the immortal position of Tianpeng. He recognized the Tianpeng in front of him at a glance. Sun Wukong. Tianpeng paused. When the heavenly court captured Sun Wukong, he was still in the heavenly court. Sun Wukong's toughness was vivid in his mind. Although he was a boy, he served as Tianpeng marshal in the heavenly court. But his strength was only in the Deluo Jingxian level. Seeing Sun Wukong, Tianpeng was instinctively afraid. The last time heaven captured Sun Wukong, he knew it. The result was naturally clear to him. Finally, the unknown Taoist appeared and defined Sun Wukong as one of the people who traveled to the west. When he thought of this, Tianpeng, it can be concluded that when Sun Wukong came here, Tang Santang also came with him. But he didn't want to travel to the west at all. In fact, he had already thought at the beginning that if Tang Santang came here alone, he would directly let his monsters eat Tang Santang. However, now Tang Santang had Sun Wukong around him. He was suddenly in trouble. He thought about it for a moment. He didn't have the strength to be tough on Sun Wukong. However, he didn't want to go to the west journey. After much thought, canopy thinking of a way, Tianpeng quickly put away the arrogance on his face. He looked very low-key, very humble, and even said to Sun Wukong with a bit of flattery, "It turns out that the Monkey King is here." At this point, the canopy is far away. This time it was Sun Wukong's turn to pause. He also knew what kind of role Tianpeng was when he was in heaven. Because he is the origin of Laozi and is in charge of 100,000 navy, he is called an awesome person. Usually his eyes are looking up to the sky. Originally, when Sun Wukong saw the canopy, he thought that the canopy would start fighting immediately. Unexpectedly, he was so low-key. "I don't have time to talk nonsense with you, come on, just fight with me. Either you beat me to death, or I beat you to death." Although Sun Wukong was curious about why Tianpeng was so low-key. However, curiosity was curiosity. He knew very well that the reason why he came here was to fight, not to be curious. Tianpeng's face froze. "I have been so low-key. What are you still doing? Want to start a fight?" "I really don't want to fight." Tianpeng didn't reply immediately. However, a little demon under Tianpeng did say with an arrogant look, "You monkey, you are so arrogant, how dare you say that you will be beaten to death, our demon king?" Because of Tianpeng's strength, there is no monster in this mountain that will not surrender. So naturally, those little demons are arrogant and domineering. The little demons are giving Tianpeng momentum. It is said that there is nothing wrong with it. However, the premise is that Tianpeng can, after defeating Sun Wukong, there is nothing wrong with this strong momentum. Tianpeng said, "I can't defeat Sun Wukong at all. Aren't you causing trouble for me?" Tianpeng saw that Sun Wukong's face was getting worse and worse. He quickly took the hand in his hand without hesitation. The nine-tooth rake swung and struck the little demon who had just spoken. "I haven't spoken yet, how can I expect you to say more? That little demon is just a true immortal. Tianpeng is a Deluo Jingxian. How can he survive under a single blow? Monkey King, this little demon can't speak. I'll handle it for you." "Please don't be angry." Tianpeng killed the little demon queen and hurriedly said to Sun Wukong. To be honest, Sun Wukong was a little confused at this moment. What kind of operation is this? Tianpeng just keeps a low profile. But his own little demon is encouraging him. With so much momentum, he was beaten to death with a rake. Under normal circumstances, I, Sun Wukong, should not have beaten that little demon to death with a stick. Then why are you, the Demon King, fighting with me? Where did this routine and operation come from? Not only Sun Wukong. It is Tianting Jade. Emperor, Supreme Lord, Yuanqi Tianzun are also confused. Tais Hanglejun, have you changed our previous discussion for Tianpeng? Jade Emperor Haoshan asked. According to their previous settings, Tianpeng and Sun Wukong should start the fight first. Then let Sun Wukong kill a group of little demons, and then Tianpeng begs for mercy and follows him to the westward journey. However, now Tianpeng kills the little demon's demon, and Tianpeng also means to fight with Sun Wukong. What's going on? Tai's Hanglejun's demeanor is also confused. Reporting back to the Jade Emperor, I have not changed our previous agreement. Since the discussion, Tai's Hanglejun has not spoken to Tianpeng. Besides, this journey to the west is his own grand plan, which cannot be changed. You told me that the canopy was changed, but I also didn't let it be changed. But why is he like this now? Jade Emperor Haoshan asked in a deep voice. This, I don't know either, Tai's Hanglejun said with a bit of confusion on his face. Shouldn't we follow the agreed plot? What are you doing now, Tianpeng? Jade Emperor Haoshan, Tai's Hanglejun, and Yuanqi Tianzun all looked speechless. Jade Emperor, how about I go down in person and warn Tianpeng? Yuanqi Tianzun said. Jade Emperor Haoshan's eyes darkened, and after thinking for a while, he said wait for now and see what the intention of this canopy is. If it is too presumptuous, then you can wake it up in person. Fan. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the great way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan. Chapter 215. Sun Wukong looked at Canopy's sexy operation and asked with a puzzled look on his face, you pighead, what do you want to do? Monkey King, what do you think of my cave? Tianpeng pointed towards his cave a little proudly. When Tianpeng went down to the lower realm, he brought a lot of good things from the immortal world. His cave was pretended to look like a fairy mansion in heaven. It was very strange. It looks resplendent. Moreover, there are many fairy wines, fairy fruits, and beauties among them. In Tianpeng's own opinion, his place is a fairy nest. The so-called fairy nest is a place where gods don't want to leave. To be honest, if it is other immortal masters also don't want to leave when they see such a wonderful place. However, other immortal masters only represent other immortal masters. They do not represent Sun Wukong. Hot chicken, Sun Wukong said with disdain. The things that Tianpeng brought down from the heavenly court were very good. But can they compare with the things that Sun Wukong brought back from the East China Sea Dragon Palace? The Dragon clan likes to collect treasures, so how can the things given to Sun Wukong be different? Simple. Not to mention Sun Wukong's water curtain cave. There is the Huaguo mountain outside, which is full of splendor and splendor, 100 times better than the broken cave house of Tianpeng. There is also the fairy fruit and fairy wine. The fairy fruit and fairy wine brought by Tianpeng, although not bad. But can it be compared to Sun Wukong's? That was taken from the Peach Conference and the Peach Garden. It was 8 pounds of fairy fruit wine. It was hit by Sun Wukong. The canopy instantly turned red, and the whole face became stiff. For a moment, Dongfu, who was so proud of himself, was regarded as a hot chick. If he said he wasn't sad, that would be a lie. You pighead, what do you want? Tell me immediately, otherwise I will start a fight. Sun Wukong is not very patient. He can't bear to listen to other people's nagging. Tianpeng's face was stunned. Monkey King, I actually want to advise you not to participate in this journey to the west. After a pause, Tianpeng said. Hearing Tianpeng advise Sun Wukong not to travel to the west, Sun Wukong is fine. But everyone in heaven paused. What do you mean by persuading Sun Wukong not to participate in Lao Shi's journey to the west? Journey to the west is not good? You don't want to go? Heavenly Court Jade de Haoshan, Tai's Hanglejun, and Yuanqi Tianzun already have doubts in their hearts. Monkey King, in fact, this journey to the west is a game for big shots. We participated in the journey to the west, but it was very boring. Some of us were just tired all the way. Not to mention Monkey King, it would be great to be a Demon King here with me. Tianpeng finally said what he wanted to say. He just didn't want to participate in the journey to the west. Before Sun Wukong could react, the Jade Emperor Haoshan, Tai's Hanglejun, and Yuanqi Tianzun all looked angry. Participating in the journey to the west is boring? Big shot a game? Become a demon king? What a canopy, so daring. I gave him the title of marshal, gave him all kinds of fairy fruits and spirits, and asked him to travel to the west, but he actually treated me like this. The Jade Emperor Haoshan is very important. Marshal of the Heavenly Court has such an honorable position. In order to appease Tianpeng on his journey to the west and prove his luck to the Heavenly Court, the Jade Emperor Haoshan paid a lot. However, in exchange, Tianpeng did not want to go to the westward journey. How not to be angry, how not to be annoyed? At this moment, Jade Emperor Haoshan has the idea of tearing the canopy apart. But the most angry person is Tais Hanglejun. Tais Hanglejun's true body is Lao Tzu. When Tianpeng came, he didn't like to give Tianpeng many opportunities. He thought he would take the opportunity to steal his luck. But Tianpeng actually said he didn't want to go to the west. What a canopy boy! Do you think I'm a joke? Tais Hanglejun's face was full of murderous intent. At this moment, Tianpeng had no idea that heaven had heard everything he said. He still looked at Sun Wukong with a flattering look on his face and said, "The great sage Kishan, don't go to the westward journey, the demon king is so good." Tianpeng doesn't want to travel to the west because he feels that the journey is tiring. But Sun Wukong wants to travel to the west, not for anything else, just for fun. There will be fights. Now Tianpeng doesn't want him to travel to the west, which is equivalent to cutting off Sun Wukong's fun. How did Sun Wukong agree? "You pighead, that's what you meant. I have been idle in Huaguo Mountain for hundreds of years, and I finally encountered interesting things. Now you want me to go back? Looking for a fight?" Sun Wukong showed his ferocity and started fighting at the slightest disagreement. The power of the Dingai Shen needle was wildly displayed. In an instant, it became 10,000 times larger and fell directly towards the canopy. The canopy was stunned. "I advise you not to travel to the west, as there will be nothing to worry about. Why are you still beating me? What did I say wrong?" I can only say that Tianpeng and Sun Wukong have different personalities. Tianpeng is extremely lazy. Sun Wukong likes fun and liveliness the most. From Tianpeng's point of view, it is good, but from Sun Wukong's point of view, come on, it's poison. Tianpeng saw the Dingatian needle coming, and quickly sacrificed the 9-tooth nail rake. The 9-tooth nail rake was something I used to plow the fields in the dojo. Although it was ordinary, its power was not weak. Tianpeng and even Sun Wukong were frightened. Seeing Sun Wukong take action, Tianpeng did not dare to be careless and quickly resisted with all his strength. "Jade Emperor, how about changing now?" Tianpeng has already started fighting with Sun Wukong. If Tianpeng doesn't want to go to the west, is he going to let Sun Wukong beat him to death? Yuanqi Tianzun asked. Everyone present was well aware of Tianpeng's strength. If Tianpeng fights against Sun Wukong, he will definitely die. Let him be beaten to death. Without him a canopy, we still have roller blinds. Jade Emperor Haoshan returned with a cold voice. Obviously, Jade Emperor Haoshan has completely given up on the canopy. No wonder the Jade Emperor is so heartless. In fact, what he did really disappointed Jade Emperor Haoshan. He gave so many things, but in the end he said, "I don't want to travel to the west." Who heard that he didn't want to vomit blood? To be honest, if the Jade Emperor Haoshan didn't personally send people to kill Tianpeng, then that's all good. Jade de Haoshan said that there was still a rolling curtain in the first place, so he was so strong-willed, and directly said to kill Tianpeng. But once, Lao Zi and the Jade Emperor said that to divide the destiny of the West, one person should send one person, and one person would share the share. Tianpeng died. Yes, there are still roller blinds in the heaven. But I have no one left. Originally, I handed over many matters in the heaven to the Supreme Master Shinshi. However, this time things are too big. Tianpeng is dead, and if you want more luck, it is slim. This plan was proposed by me. If you don't get the luck in the end, what do you think? In an instant, I went directly to the heaven. Jade Emperor, 2 people from heaven must participate in the journey to the west. The holy body of Lao Dao appeared and said directly in a deep voice. Sage, I know that this canopy is your boy, but he has gone too far. The Jade Emperor Haoshan's murderous intention is still endless. I know he is excessive, but if he is not rare, how can I share my luck? I was too lazy to think of myself as a snake with Jade Emperor Haoshan, so I said directly. Jade Emperor Haoshan wanted to kill Tianpeng, but also wanted to use the rolling curtain to divide his luck alone. Then he abandoned me. Of course, this is both a plot and a conspiracy. All because my boy is unreliable. One person can divide it up, but he can get more luck. Naturally, the Jade Emperor Haoshan wants to get more. I understand that I am a saint, but if Tianpeng does not participate in the journey to the west, it is because I do not want me to not share my luck with the saint, Jade Emperor Haoshan said. There is no need for you to worry about the Jade Emperor, I will let Tianpeng participate in the journey to the west, I said in a deep voice. I am a saint, does it have to be like this? In the eyes of Jade Emperor Haoshan, there was a hint of wanting to confront the Jade Emperor. Jade Emperor Haoshan, don't forget that this matter came to my attention, and it is most forbidden for the 2 Taoist friends in the West to know about it. If they know about it, you will get nothing from a bamboo basket. I said with a threatening expression. Obviously, I am threatening Jade Emperor Haoshan. Either we will benefit together, or we will be finished together. Jade Emperor Haoshan's face froze. He naturally knew the shortcomings of this plan. That is, the 2 people in the West. If they know, everything is over. Breaking up with me at this moment means getting nothing. After being busy for a while, Jade Emperor Haoshan naturally does not want to gain nothing. Since the sage Lao Tzu said this, it is as the sage Lao Tzu wished. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the great way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan. Chapter 216. Sun Wukong is extremely powerful. As for the canopy, it can be said to be nothing more than a dish in front of Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong's dinging needle counts every strike. Canopy resisted repeatedly. But the strength gap is too big. Every time Canopy resists, it will be injured once. Blink. Tianpeng's body was covered with scars from being hit by the Dingai Shenzhen. There was even more blood vomiting out of his mouth. Canopy looked sad. I just want you to be a demon king in a cool way. What's wrong with me? Why did you hit me? You beat me so badly? Can we talk properly? Monkey King, stop, I am not your opponent. Tianpeng cried and shouted. He is really scared now. He is really afraid of being beaten to death by Sun Wukong. He never thought that this would be the case. Stop. Humph, I will never stop until I beat you to death today. Sun Wukong scolded him in a cold voice. The Dingai Shenzhen struck out one after another. One blow after another was like a violent storm. There was fear on Tianpeng's face. Sun Wukong really wanted to beat him to death. I meant well. Why, Sun Wukong does not know good intentions. Above the heaven. I've been watching. Although I have already decided, I still let Tianpeng continue his journey to the west. But the reason why he watched Tianpeng get beaten? There was no other reason, he just wanted to teach Tianpeng a lesson. It's really brave. As his father, the boy has clearly explained everything. But he actually went against his father. Do you really think that I have no temper? Seeing Tianpeng being hit one after another by Sun Wukong, I didn't change my expression and still looked at him calmly. seeing Tinpeng's serious injuries getting worse. Finally there was only one breath left. With this breath, if Sun Wukong strikes again, Tianpeng will definitely die. The canopy cried. If he had known earlier, he would have just found a place to hide. Ignore this Sun Wukong. But now he has no chance to regret it. You pighead, die. Sun Wukong scolded. He hit the Poseidon god needle and blasted it away. Tianpeng had closed his eyes, his face full of despair. However, at this moment, a holy power appeared from the horizon. Followed by an old Taoist priest appeared. Sun Wukong, stop it. A holy sound fell. In an instant, all the power of Sun Wukong was dissolved. Canopy, who was already desperate, immediately opened his eyes. When he saw the person coming, his face instantly became overjoyed. The person who came was none other than me. I am a saint, help me. I am a saint, please help me. Tianpeng shouted repeatedly. I glanced coldly. There was anger and coldness in his eyes. Now you know that you asked me to save you. Why did you go there earlier? Let you go to the west. How dare you? You changed my plan halfway. If it weren't for this journey to the west, you would have died today, and I wouldn't have blinked an eye. You can see from my eyes how much resentment I have in my heart. Canopy. Sun Wukong was becoming murderous. Suddenly someone stopped him. In an instant, Sun Wukong became even more angry. Who are you? How dare you stop me? Sun Wukong shouted angrily. The great sage Kishan, this is the sage Lao Tzu. Tianpeng said confidently. Now that he saw me coming, his confidence became stronger. Saint. What about saints? Pighead, do you think the saint can save you if he comes today? Sun Wukong showed his ferocity and looked arrogant. Tianpeng listened for a while. What kind of rhythm? I and the saints have appeared. You still want to kill me? I really haven't offended you. I don't care if you are a saint or whoever you are, you'd better unlock your power, otherwise I will call you my teacher. Sun Wukong scolded me without any fear in his eyes. Although Sun Wukong is arrogant, he is not stupid. He can't deal with a saint. However, his teacher is a saint. And he is also a very powerful saint. Among the sages. Tongtian, you disciple, it's really interesting that you use you to threaten me. Nuwa said with a sweet smile. My disciple is a bit naughty, but he is smart. I am afraid I don't dare to do anything to him, Tongtian smiled indifferently. Everyone in the world today knows that Sun Wukong is a disciple of the Wuming Taoist. It is obvious to all how terrifying the Wuming Taoist is. Sun Wukong uses his own force to intimidate him, and he is definitely a king. After hearing Sun Wukong's words, I stared blankly originally. I thought of using my status as a saint to threaten Sun Wukong and make him stop. But who knew that Sun Wukong gave him a king bomb? Without any nonsense, he directly moved out the nameless Taoist. The nameless Taoist has dealt with me and others many times. I know it very well in my heart. If Sun Wukong hadn't revealed the identity of the unknown Taoist, I could still say a few words. But the unknown Taoist was revealed. If he dared to ignore the unknown Taoist, he was afraid that the unknown Taoist would definitely find trouble for him. The unknown Taoist's face was stiff. Sun Wukong, I know that your teacher is an unknown Taoist friend. Don't misunderstand me, I won't do anything to you. I quickly explained. I am really afraid that the unknown Taoist will come in person. If the unknown Taoist comes in person, it would be tragic if he directly attacks him. Sun Wukong, how about I ask you for a favor? You let go of this canopy first, I said. I am a great saint. To be honest, this favor is very important. Many great powers in the prehistoric times are unimaginable. Favor? What the hell is that? Sun Wukong glanced with contempt. After hearing this, I paused again. Then he patiently explained, Sun Wukong, as a favor, you can ask me to help you with anything in the future. Want you to do something for me. What can you do for me? If I have something wrong, won't I come to my teacher? Sun Wukong had a disdainful expression on his face. Sun Wukong's words left me speechless. Yes, it's nothing to compare me with Sun Wukong's teacher. What Sun Wukong can't do, his teacher can help him do. Why bother me? A dignified Taoist saint was rendered speechless by a Deluo Jingxian. It can be said that only Sun Wukong can. Sun Wukong, how about I give you some elixirs and release this canopy? Favors don't work, so we can only come up with practical things. I said, and took out a gourd of 9-turn golden elixir. This 9-turn golden elixir is an excellent elixir for increasing cultivation. Even Hunyuan, it's hard to find even one golden fairy. Show me one. Sun Wukong stretched out his hand and said. It's just Sun Wukong. No one else would have the momentum to speak like this in front of me. After hearing this, I could only take out a 9-turn golden pill. The 9-turn golden pill is golden all over. And it contains breathing a powerful aura. Sun Wukong took it over with one hand. He just looked at it and swallowed it in one gulp. To Sun Wukong, there was nothing visible about this elixir. Only by eating it can one know its weight. Lao Tzu on the side, aversion to cold. You said you were just looking at it? Why did you swallow it in one gulp? Although I was unhappy, but there was nothing I could do about it. After Sun Wukong swallowed the golden elixir in one gulp, he felt a majestic power in his body. After eating so much duo immortal fruit, Shen Tian naturally already knows that this thing is a good thing. Okay, then use this elixir in exchange for the life of this pig head. But a few won't do, so give me all your gourds. Sun Wukong said coldly. When I heard this, my eyes shrank. A gourd? There are 99 9-turn golden elixirs in this gourd. These 99 9-turn golden elixirs require countless yuan to refine. You want it all at once? What, you're not happy? Okay, I will be happy to kill this pig head. After Sun Wukong finished speaking, the Dingai divine needle showed its power. He saw a blow fall. Etc. I will give you this gourd 9 turns golden elixir. My heart is bleeding. This is the hard work of countless yuan hui. However, now it is all forced to be given to the disciples of the unknown Taoist. Why don't you get it quickly? Sun Wukong scolded. I'll give it to you. I had no choice but to hand over a gourd of 9-turn golden elixir to Sun Wukong. In an instant, I glanced at Tianpeng with an angry look. I can't be resentful towards Sun Wukong. But there are not so many towards Tianpeng. Be particular about it. If looks could kill, Tianpeng could have died 1,000 times now. Shen Tian collected a gourd of 9-turn golden elixir and immediately collected the Dingai needle. Although Sun Wukong has a naughty character, he has always been trustworthy. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the great way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan. Chapter 217. Seeing Sun Wukong finally withdrawing his power, Tianpeng was finally completely relieved. Although I glared at him angrily. But Tianpeng was completely unafraid. The only one he fears is Sun Wukong. When Sun Wukong came to this mountain just now, he brought Tang Santang with him. When Sun Wukong fought, Tang Santang had been watching the battle below. Honestly. See how cruel Sun Wukong is. Tang Santang became even more afraid of Sun Wukong. I stared at Canopy for a moment. His eyes searched under the void. Tang Santang was immediately seen. Then, a burst of power came out, drawing Tang Santang into the void. You must be Tang Santang who is seeking Buddhist scriptures from the West. I said with a smile. I have met the sage Lao Tzu, I am none other than Tang Santang. Tang Santang nodded. Although Tang Santang was below just now, when Tianpeng said my name, he also heard it. I once established a religion in the human race, and Tang Santang came from the human race, so he naturally knew that I was a saint. No need to be polite, I responded. Then he said, Tang Santang, this Tianpeng was originally the marshal of heaven, but he committed a crime. Heaven and I intend to let him follow you to the west to learn scriptures and wash away all his sins. Follow me to learn scriptures. Tang Santang paused for a moment. When Tang Santang walked out of Tang City, he always thought of walking alone. Unexpectedly, a Sun Wukong came in the middle that frightened him. Now I, the saint, gave him another martial Tianpeng. This, Tang Santang hesitated. A Sun Wukong could no longer be greeted by him. If this canopy was added, he would be even more unable to control it. Tang Santang, you don't need to think too much, as long as you agree to let him join, I can guarantee that he will be obedient all the way, protect you with all his heart, and will not cause you any trouble, I said with a tone of assurance. In order to get a little luck, I also risked my life. I have never been so low-key in front of an immortal. I am a saint after all. The saint spoke to him like this. Let's talk to this extent. Naturally, it would be hard for him to refuse. As long as he listens to me all the way, that's fine, Tang Santang nodded. Canopy, come here. From today on, Tang Santang will be your master, and you will protect him all the way to obtain scriptures. I shouted towards the canopy. The canopy didn't want to, but when I saw the look on my face as if I wanted to eat him, I immediately arrived in front of Tang Santang. Just as he was about to pray, Sun Wukong stood in the middle. Wait, Tang Santang agreed, but I haven't agreed yet. Lao Tzu, if you want him to go with us to learn Buddhist scriptures, ask me first. Sun Wukong yelled loudly. I listened to it. What's going on? Isn't it Tang Santang's business to learn the scriptures? Isn't Tang Santang the leader? Why did I ask for your opinion? Western teachings. After hearing this, Zunti heard this. He said so with a stiff face. This is a matter for them in the West. They are dominated by the people in the West. The people in the West have the final say whether to join them or not. But now Sun Wukong says this, you must listen to his opinion. This is equivalent to beating them. The face of the West. It seems to be saying, I have the final say on the journey to the West. Although they were slapped in the face, what can the two of them do? Standing behind Sun Wukong is an unknown Taoist. They can't afford to offend them at all. So they can only pretend not to listen. After all, Jiyan and Zunti were in the West and were not present. But I was there. The dignified saint asked Jia to travel to the West. However, Sun Wukong directly said that he wanted to ask his opinion. The dignified saint wanted to ask Idoluo Jingxian for his opinion. How is this? Damn it! I am also depressed. But I can only be depressed in my heart. Then he smiled and said to Sun Wukong, can you give me a face and let Tianpeng join the journey to the West? Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the Great Way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan. Chapter 218. Face. Sorry, you have no face with me. No. Sun Wukong directly scolded back. I felt like I received a slap on the spot. And this slap was not light. At this moment, I regret it. Sun Wukong didn't even recognize his own favor before, how could he recognize his face? I am trying to get in on it. Slap Sun Wukong in the face. Sun Wukong, how can you let Tianpeng join the journey to the West? I asked with a dark face. I have no choice, face and favors don't work. I can only talk with real things. Simple, just give me the golden elixir you just gave me, and give me another gourd. Sun Wukong said with a straight face, and the lion opened his mouth. Another gourd? Do you think it is water? Or is it a stone? That is a golden elixir. Just one of it will take thousands of years. A gourd will take countless years, and you want me a gourd? I only have one gourd. Where can I get it for you? Sun Wukong, I only have these golden elixirs. Can you make other requests? I said with a wry smile on my face. No, I don't want anything except the golden elixir. Sun Wukong said with a firm face. I am embarrassed. He really doesn't have the 9 turns golden pill anymore. But now Sun Wukong is forcing him to ask for it. He won't give it. Sun Wukong won't let Tianpeng join the journey to the west. He won't join the journey to the west. He won't. There is no way to win some luck. I thought for a while. Then I took out a gourd. I took out a green pill from the gourd. Sun Wukong, I no longer have the 9 turn golden pill, but I still have this azure celestial pill. Although it is not as good as the 9 turn golden pill, it is not much weaker. I said. Bring it to me to try. Sun Wukong held the heavenly blue immortal pill in his hand. Then he swallowed it in one gulp. The elixir flower bloomed, and the immortal power bloomed instantly. To be honest, in the ancient times, when it came to alchemy, I had nothing to say. Although the heavenly blue immortal pill it's not as good as the 9 turns golden pill, but it's really not much weaker. Although Sun Wukong doesn't understand the pill, he understands its effect very well. You'll know the effect as soon as you take it. This elixir is not bad. Sun Wukong said after feeling the power of the medicine. It sounded good. I looked overjoyed. Sun Wukong, then I will give you this pot of elixir. How about you let Tianpeng join the journey to the west? I said repeatedly. One gourd won't do. Sun Wukong shook his head. Then he said 2 gourds, I will agree. My face froze. Although the azure immortal pill is not as good as the 9 turns golden pill, it takes several yuanhui to refine a pot. Now Sun Wukong actually wants 2 gourds. This is so hard on others, and so deceptive. To be honest, this if it were any Deluo Jinxian, I would definitely beat him to death 108,000 times. But Sun Wukong can only endure it. Forget it, I'll give you 2 gourds. With tears and blood dripping from my eyes, I took out a gourd of azure elixir. Then I gave it to Sun Wukong. For the canopy, I first took a gourd of 9 turn golden elixir. Now I took 2 gourds of azure elixir. To be honest, just these 3 gourds of elixirs. Not even a Hunyuan golden immortal can withstand them. His angry eyes glared at Tianpeng again. But Tianpeng was completely unafraid under my gaze. One hates him to death. The other is completely ignorant and can only be said to be totally clueless. Okay, for the sake of your generosity, I agree. After Sun Wukong collected the elixir, he kept saying, Thank you Sun Wukong. I shed tears and held back my pain, thanked Sun Wukong and said, I'm leaving. The matter was done. But this time there was a lot of bloodshed. I no longer wanted to stay for a long time again. Then I left directly. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the great way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan. Chapter 219. This time I was tricked by the canopy. 1 gourd contains the 9 turn golden elixir, and 2 gourds contain the azure elixir. It takes me countless yuanhui and countless spiritual things and immortal grass to practice it. It's gone now. Tianpeng was seriously injured by Sun Wukong just now. Tianpeng saw that Sun Wukong had stolen so many pills from Laozi. He quickly and shamelessly said to Sun Wukong, Great Sage Kishan, can you give me a pill to heal my wounds? Thinking about it in Tianpeng, if you, Sun Wukong, can deceive me with so many pills, it is also due to my contribution. It is only natural for you to give me a pill to heal my wounds. Canopy thought well. But it can only be said that he thinks too much. Want to get the elixir from Sun Wukong's hands? Sun Wukong stared at him angrily. Are you asking me for elixirs? Do you believe that I will beat you to death with a stick? Sun Wukong shouted coldly. Sun Wukong is trustworthy, but he acts lawlessly. He agreed to my promise, but Yu Tianpeng is looking for death. Can I, Sun Wukong, agree to you? Sun Wukong has fierce eyes and powerful power. Tianpeng suddenly gave up. I don't want it anymore. Tianpeng is about to cry. Seeing Sun Wukong like this, he doesn't know how to play in the future. They have to learn together. Doesn't this mean that in the future, they are just waiting to be bullied by Sun Wukong? Tianpeng turned his eyes and focused on Tang Santang. Think about it in Tianpeng. The leader of Journey to the West this time is Tang Sanshang. Sun Wukong must be afraid of Tang Santang. As long as his relationship with Tang Santang is settled, Sun Wukong will definitely not dare to do anything to him. Although there is no one in Tianpeng's hands, Sun Wukong got such a good elixir from me. But ordinary healing elixirs are still good. After taking a healing elixir, Tianpeng quickly fawned over and came to Tang Santang's side. Master, this monkey is too much, tell me about him. There are so many elixirs, but they are not willing to give us some. Tianpeng was trying to please Tang Santang while accusing Sun Wukong. It's okay for you to please Tang Santang. It's okay for you to kneel, stand, or even crawl. But you shouldn't be responsible for Sun Wukong. Who is Sun Wukong? Is it something you can blame? You just joined the Journey to the West team, and your canopy swelled like this? How could Sun Wukong let you swell? How could he not take care of you and take care of you? You flatter Tang Santang, thinking that Tang Santang can take care of Sun Wukong? Do you know, even Tang Santang was under the power of Sun Wukong, no matter what actions he took. You pighead, you are really looking for a beating. Sun Wukong's face turned cold. The Dingai divine needle has been sacrificed again. Master, Master, save me. Stop Sun Wukong quickly. Tianpeng shouted to Tang Santang quickly. Tang Santang's face froze. How could he speak? Can he speak? Sun Wukong is so fierce. Tianpeng, you are in trouble this time. Tang Santang said towards the canopy. Ah! Me, Meng Lang. Tianpeng was stunned. Shouldn't you speak for me and plead for me? What did you say about me, Meng Lang? You are the leader of Journey to the West, why are you afraid of Sun Wukong? But in the blink of an eye, Sun Wukong has struck the sea-dinging needle 3 times in a row. On top of Peng's head. In an instant, Tianpeng collapsed heavily on the ground. After waiting for a long time, Tianpeng changed his mind a little. Now Tianpeng knew that he regretted it. He really shouldn't have provoked Sun Wukong. Provoking Sun Wukong was tantamount to he is seeking death. Tang Santang on the side shook his head and sighed in various ways when he saw Tianpeng's miserable appearance. Honghuang, I can reach the sky without realizing the great way, and I will never change my form to author, Honghuang Xiaoan. Chapter 220. Zudu, is there anything to eat in your cave? After a while, Sun Wukong shouted towards Tianpeng. Tianpeng didn't want to respond. But Sun Wukong glanced at him coldly and fiercely. How dare Tianpeng not respond again? He quickly led you and said yes, yes, yes. Why don't you get up and take me and Tang Santang in? Why are you waiting for me to beat you before you move? Sun Wukong yelled at the canopy. I move, I move. Tianpeng was really afraid of Sun Wukong. He jumped up quickly after hearing the sound. Master, great sage, please. Tianpeng quickly and respectfully invited the two of them in. To be honest, Tianpeng is used to being a marshal and a demon king, but he is really not used to serving people. The way he bowed his head and bent over was an awkward moment. Soon, Tianpeng took Sun Wukong and Tang Santang to his cave. It was magnificent and luxurious. Although Tang Santang was the leader of the West, in human life, such a glorious state was seen at that level. Tang Santang, a look of surprise appeared on his face. However, Sun Wukong saw such a scene as if he were seeing a cabbage. It was ordinary and not worth mentioning. There was even a look of contempt on his face. Ordinarily, if ordinary people came to his cave, Tianpeng would have to show off. But in front of Sun Wukong, he didn't have the right to show off. He didn't care about showing off. He was afraid of being beaten. He had been beaten by Sun Wukong several times. Really afraid of Sun Wukong. Master, great sage, please sit down quickly. I'll have someone bring delicious food over here. Tianpeng said anxiously to the two of them. Then he shouted to a group of little monsters. Sun Wukong and Tang Santang who were present were not afraid of Canopy. But the group of little monsters were scared to death. Hearing the sound, all the delicious food was served. However, some of it was only meat. For no other reason, Tianpeng only eats meat. Therefore, his little demon only prepared meat. And these meats are the flesh and blood of spiritual creatures. It has extraordinary effects on immortal monks. Sun Wukong can eat both meat and vegetarian food. But Tang Santang is different. Their Western religion has rules not to eat meat. While Sun Wukong was eating happily, Tang Santang was really wrinkled. Eyebrow. Tang Santang, what's the matter with you? Don't like this meat? Sun Wukong asked Tang Santang. This little monk is a member of the Western religion, and we Westerners cannot eat flesh and blood. Tang Santang said with a frown. Can't eat flesh and blood. Sun Wukong looked sideways. No, if you follow me, how can you not eat meat? If you don't eat meat, you will starve to death. Eat quickly. Sun Wukong scolded with cold eyes. At this pace, it was obvious that he was forcing Tang Santang to eat meat again. Tianpeng next to him saw Tang Santang being bullied in this way. To be honest, he really wanted to speak out and help Tang Santang. However, his strength and courage do not allow it. Facing Sun Wukong, Tianpeng just acts as a spectator. Monkey King, please don't embarrass me. Tang Santang's face was full of tears. He was forced to drink before. Now he is forced to eat meat. What should he do? The Western teachers Jiyan and Zunti also saw this scene. After hearing that Sun Wukong they want to force Tang Santang to drink again. Jiyan and Zunti are also confused. What are you doing? After drinking wine, now you have to eat meat. Do you want us to cancel all the rules of Western teaching? Jiyan and Zunti, both Zunti and Zunti's faces were stiff. They were extremely ugly. In the cave of Tianpeng, Sun Wukong's intimidation continued. Quan Ran, today it seemed that Tang Santang would not eat meat and would never give up. Canopy squatted aside and did not dare to beat him to death. He said nothing. He only dared to watch carefully from the side.